this lesson we're gonna learn how to develop a basic funk rhythm guitar part, but perhaps more importantly we are going to study how you as a rhythm guitarist can carve out a space to allow yourself to improvise a little bit, which is something that if done with care really can elevate your rhythm guitar playing. So instead of specifying exactly what you're going to play, we are going to say that this part is going to follow a set of rules that we then apply to a set of variables. And the part itself will consist of a riff that is then followed by a variation. So it's going to be every second time riff, variation, riff, variation, riff, variation. And the rules are that the riff is fixed. You're going to play it the same way each time you play it, the same chord, the same rhythm, the same phrasing. And the second rule is that the variation rhythm will be fixed. So you're going to use the same rhythm, but we're going to do variations based on that rhythm. And you must have at least 2 variations. So the first and the second variation you do can't be similar, because otherwise you will just start sounding like you are just simply extending the riff. So we're going to start out by learning the riff. The riff is simply one chord that we are going to apply a rhythm to, and the chord looks like this. So take the index finger on the 12th fret of the first string, and then you take the pinky on the 15th fret of the second, and you take the middle finger on the 13th fret of the third string. So it's 12 on the first, 15 on the second, and 13 on the third string. If you are doing this course on a guitar, on an acoustic guitar or a guitar that doesn't have a cutaway, this chord will be very difficult for you. So you can replace it with what I call the alternate riff chord, which will be if you take, I suggest, a bar over the 9th fret of the third and second string, like this, and then you press down the 10th fret of the first. You can also play it, you don't necessarily have to do the bar. So you take the 9th of the third and second, and the 10th of the first, and both these chords are E7 chords. So it's either this one or that one. So, and the rhythm we are going to apply to it is a 16-note based rhythm, where we take one 16-note grouping, three 16 notes, and we play the first and the fourth. So if you follow the pick strokes, you will get this: 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you get a downstroke on the first 16 note, and then 2 pauses and an upstroke on the 4th 16 note. And you have done this, if you have done the general course, you will recognize this motion from Another Brick in the Wall, because that's what we're starting out with. 3, 4. So that is the rhythm. But unlike Another Brick in the Wall, we are not going to play it on beat 1. We are going to play it on beat 2. And we are not going to sustain the first chord. We're going to play 2 short pick strokes. So it's going to be 3, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1. And in context, it can sound like this. And when you play in a funk style, you want to have some speed in your hand because you want the attack to be very rapid. Bright, clear attack. And if the speed in your picking hand is too slow, you're going to start sounding, which is not going to give you the right sound. And in order to have some speed in your hand, you need to have a quite big motion. So what I'm doing is I'm playing just like in strumming. The motion starts here, but I have a bit looser wrist, so it's allowed to make a bit larger movement than I would with ordinary strumming. So and this will lead to the risk of hitting unwanted strings. So so you might want to, for each of these chords, you want to check out how you're going to mute them. And all the chords in this part will be on the first, second, and third strings. So for this particular chord, what I do is I use the third finger and I let it rest on the fourth string. And I think while you need to do some muting, but I think it's perfectly possible to get the precision to not strike the fifth and sixth string. So I think you shouldn't primarily worry about hitting them. So you find a way to mute the fourth string and then work with the precision of your strokes. And you might want to go through this process for each of the chords that we are going to use eventually. The part you're going to practice here is it's going to sound like this: 3, 4, 1, 4, 1, with the fourth string muted. So just try it out in the practicing video below.